standing for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. We ask that all the gentlemen at this time remove their caps.
What they do?
And now I would like to present our SGA President, Samantha Benitez.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
Thank you, Cobra Chorus. And now to open the ceremony and present the welcome address, our principal, Mr. Gilberto Di Bonce.
Good morning, and welcome to the graduation exercises for South Miami Senior High School's class of 2013. I would like to be among the first today to officially congratulate our students and their parents on having reached this major milestone in your lives. So congratulations and felicidades. We have some very special guests here with us today that I'd like to introduce to you at this time. Beginning on my right with the Honorable Ms. Raquel A. Regalado, member of the School Board of Miami-Dade County, Florida. Dr. Albert Payne, Superintendent for the Central Regional Office, Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Ms. Lourdes Jimenez, Administrative Director for the Central Regional Office of Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Ms. Lucy Amengual, Principal of David Fairchild Elementary. Mr. Juan Bouet, Principal of South Miami Middle School. Dr. Kathleen Caballero, Principal of Flagami Elementary School. Dr. Colleen Del Terzo, Principal of West Miami Middle School. Dr. Georgette Menacall, Principal of Ludlam Elementary School. Ms. Anna Marie Moreiras, Principal of South Miami K-8 Center. Ms. Eva Ravelo, Principal of Coral Terrace Elementary School. Ms. Amor Reyes, Principal of Sylvania Heights Elementary School. And to my left, Ms. Milagro Arango, Assistant Principal of South Miami Senior High School. Mr. Pierre Edouard, Assistant Principal at South Miami Senior High School. Mr. Clinton Neely, Assistant Principal at South Miami Senior High School. Mr. Christian Felipe and Arju Udastu, who will be delivering this year's address to the class of 2013. Ms. Laura Tompkins, sponsor for the class of 2013. Ms. Mercy Acart, the Science Department Chairperson. Ms. Samantha Benitez, the Student Government President. And Mr. Ray Santamaria, the Class President for the class of 2013. We are also honored to have with us today Ms. Urs Horvath, Administrative Assistant to Board Member Dr. Lawrence Feldman. Ms. Horvath, would you please stand? Okay. And finally, I would like to recognize all of the highly dedicated faculty and staff members of South Miami Senior High that are here with us today. Please stand. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Miami-Dade County Public Schools board member, our board member, the Honorable Ms. Raquel Regalado, with greetings.
Good morning. Buenos días, padres, y felicidades hoy en este día que celebramos la graduación de sus hijos. Es un privilegio y un honor estar con ustedes hoy. Good morning, graduates, parents, and faculty. It is a privilege and an honor to share your graduation this morning. And I always like to start these speeches talking about alumni because I think it provides some perspective as to what you're going to be doing in the next few decades. And well, this year, I want to speak to you about a Miami-Dade County alum who grew up in North Miami Beach and who, interestingly enough, has touched every single one of your lives probably on a daily basis. And she has also started a national conversation about women and leadership. Sheryl Sandberg, the CFO of Facebook. Sheryl has a very interesting career path and was actually the person that Zuckerberg hired to turn Facebook into the international phenomenon that it is. Moreover, not just a good idea, it had to make money. And she was the one who figured out the hiring, the firing, the ads, and the linking, and the privacy concerns that some of us sometimes complain about. She's also written an amazing book called Lean In, which I recommend to all the women, not only the ones sitting here and graduating today, but their relatives up in the stands, because it deals with the questions about why it is that there are more women graduating from higher education, and yet women in leadership positions are still so rare. Something has gone amiss there, and her book deals with that. So today, I wanted to speak to you about the 9 things that I wish someone would have told me 21 years ago when I sat where you sit today that would have been very helpful and would have saved me a lot of time and grief. So the first one, there's nothing wrong with taking a compliment. When someone gives you a compliment, the proper answer is thank you. I know that women and men have the tendency to say, it's not a big deal, anybody could have done it, really it was my best friend, my first grade teacher, or my mom. But it took me a long time to realize that people follow people that they admire. And if you dismiss compliments, you lose the opportunity to gain credibility. So next time someone tells you that you did an awesome job, just stand up a little bit straighter and recognize your awesomeness and say thank you. And on the topic of awesomeness, stop apologizing for your ambition and take credit for your achievements. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be successful. In fact, it's perfectly normal. Everyone wants to be a success in some way or another. So don't apologize for it. And in fact, feel free to tell the people who are in the position to move up, to help you move up, what you want. Because if you don't tell people what you want, who's going to tell them? It takes a long time to get to that point, but once you figure out what it is that you want, feel free to share it with someone who could help you get there. You'd be surprised how happy they will be to help. Number 3, timing is never perfect. In fact, timing is never even right. I wish someone would have told me this at your age, because I had this almost movie-like idea that when something was right, the sky would open up, there'd be a ray of sunshine, music would play in the background, and I would instinctively know that this is the right choice for me. That only happens in movies. It doesn't happen in real life. In fact, some of life's greatest opportunities come at the most chaotic moments in your life, when you're trying to figure out which way is up. So just take it. Because as Sandberg says in her book, when someone offers you a ride on a rocket ship, don't waste time asking about where you're going to be sitting and just get on board. On the issue of moving up the ladder, I think it's important that you understand that success isn't a ladder, something that took me a long time to understand. It's actually more like a jungle gym. Not everyone knows exactly what they want to be when they grow up, and some of us that have absolutely no idea were plagued with friends who knew from 5 years old exactly what they wanted to do. I was one of those people, and my dear friend, who's now a principal in a middle school, must have known, I think, since birth that she wanted to be a principal. And I was completely clueless until I stumbled upon law school and then ended up on the Miami-Dade County School Board. Some people's paths are a little unconventional, and I think that Hispanics in general, more so than other groups, have a tendency to believe that life is a series of to-do lists, and you just check things off, and if you check things off in a timely manner, you somehow get to happy at the end. Lists are for groceries and tasks, not for life choices, so please, ditch the list and consider other options. You may come across fantastic opportunities that are outside of what you expected and that may make you totally and completely happy. And on the issue of success, I'm very proud of all of you, very excited about what you're going to be doing in the next 4, 7, and 10 years. But as you start your careers, please bear in mind that no matter how smart or how educated you are, if someone asks you to make a copy or get a cup of coffee, it's not going to kill you. It's okay. I promise. We've all been there. One that I think is really important is that, one that I think that at your age no one completely understands, is that everyone feels like a fraud at some point. And you'll get that feeling in the next few years when you go to college and you start working and you look around the room and you find that everyone else knows a little bit more than you do. and you keep thinking that someone's going to walk in and tell you that you're not supposed to be there, and that in fact you're not really as smart as your mom thinks you are, everyone feels that way, and it's not going to happen. It's okay. You may not be the person with the highest educational level in the room, but you're there for a reason. And your experiences, your background, what you've learned these last few years and what you will learn in the years to come is what you bring to the table. So step up and speak up, because you're there to add something. A point that I think is very important is that there is a difference between reputation and what people think. And now you will embark on starting your reputations. What people think is none of your business, and it's nothing that you can control, so really it's a waste of time to think about it. But your reputation is something that you can control. So try to build a reputation of being a hard worker, of being a team builder, of being someone that instead of tearing people down, builds them up, because that's the type of person that people like having around. Almost done. Don't make a decision until it's time to make a decision. This is something that you'll do in the next 4 or 5 years. We all like to plan ahead, and that's fantastic. I did it too. But most of the time, you're weighing in things that haven't even happened yet and might not even happen yet. When I was a few years older than you, I was thinking what choices I should make career-wise because I wanted to have kids. I didn't have kids until 15 years after that point. So consider that. Just make a decision based on where you are right now, not on the boyfriend that you may have, the husband that you may have, the child that you haven't given birth to yet. That will come, and when it comes, you will adjust course and everything will be fine. In the business world, no does not mean no. There is a dramatic difference between following directions and doing what you are told. Following directions makes you someone that people like to work with. Doing what you are told will make you the lowest person on the totem pole. So understand the differentiation. You're there to add something. So please, bring your brain to work and to school, and don't be afraid to use it. And finally, I think that the greatest challenge of our time is to be present, to be totally present. And I know that you guys think that it doesn't happen until the picture post on Facebook, but in reality, it happened when it happened, not when you posted the picture on Facebook. And those of us who are a little bit older and do the hiring and the firing around these parts, and will be doing them for a while, we don't remember your witty text or your smart email, and hopefully we don't remember your Facebook pictures, but we do remember a face, a smile, a handshake. So try to be human every now and then, if just for a few times a day. I'm the first one that loves technology, but there is something to be said for one-on-one contact and the lasting memory that it still creates in people. And finally, I don't remember much of what was said at my high school graduation. I remember what my mother told me as I was walking in, and I remember a quote that my AP English teacher alluded to when I was leaving. A quote that has helped me in the decades that follow, not just to face my fears, but also to face my critics, which you will have those too. So today I want to share that with you, and I hope that it helps you also. It's from a speech that Theodore Roosevelt gave at the Sorbonne in 1910, and it's called The Man in the Arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows the end triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory or defeat. So today, class of 2013, I invite you to enter the arena, to set aside your fear of failure, to forget about what people may think, to discard as you walk out of this auditorium the life that you think you are supposed to live, and live a life that exceeds even your greatest expectations. Congratulations.
Delivering the salutatory address, senior student Christian Felipe.
Hey everyone. This is such a bittersweet moment, isn't it? But no worries, I'm not gonna ruin it and say some cliche quote like, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning, no matter how much it may apply. But before I go on with this speech, I would like to take this moment to thank all of our parents and Mr. Bonse for keeping us on the right track towards graduation. I've stood in front of this class several times before, but right now, this will be the last time that I will speak to you all as a whole, and the last time that we'll all be together as a whole. Although I doubt you remember every word of this speech, even just a week from now, because I haven't memorized it myself and I wrote it, you remember this moment, this feeling, this great feeling, because, well, to be frank, this is a great moment. We're graduating. Now let's take a moment to look back. In our freshman year, I was awestruck walking into my first pep rally. To see such a large number of people all coming together, all full of excitement, with only one thing in mind, and that being how much they love this school. We were all just little freshmen, 14 or 15 years old, thinking we knew who we were. And here we are today, realizing we're still finding ourselves. Sophomore year, I'm sure several meaningful moments happened sophomore year, but I've always kind of thought of it as an awkward year, so I'm just gonna move on. Junior year, now that was an amazing year. Old enough to feel like seniors, but young enough not to worry about graduation or college. That year we received our rings. We became upperclassmen. Well, we gained the title, but what did that even mean? Then senior year came around. We were missing the class of 12 while realizing that we're now the old folks on campus. Homecoming came around, followed by senior breakfast, prom, and grad bash. But no matter how breathtaking all these experiences were, no matter how much time and effort Mr. Lavendera and Ms. Tompkins put into making them some of the most memorable moments of our lives, all we could think about was this moment. Ironic that now we finally made it to this moment, and all we could think about are those past events and the people they were spent with. I've attended and loved this school for all 4 years. And if there's one thing that I've learned from coming to South Miami, it is that there's no school that can bring together its students like South Miami has. I've spoken to other students. I've spoken to other students from other schools, and they just don't understand how our school doesn't have cliques and how we can all possibly know each other and why we defend each other in our school to such a great extent. But that all seems so natural to us. I'm sure many of you have heard of or actually seen students coming together to defend each other from Twitter beef, to defend our school's reputation when some other school claims that they're better than we are. Being better than we are isn't even a concept. Our classmates are our family. Our teachers have played so much more of a role than just a teacher. They've stayed after school with us, put up with our temper tantrums, actually heard us out and listened to our problems. They've comforted us. I don't know how many of you have Miss Galeri, but she's always been lenient with our due dates. I guess she understands that senioritis is a real condition. Mr. Brandstetter has dealt with us at our worst. Yet he still seems to see us in such a positive light. Mr. Dosher, thank you for writing us with puns during lessons to lighten the mood, and for doing such a great job with Cobra Awesomeness. Miss Alvarez, thank you so much for not just being the best English teacher many of us have ever had, but also for doing such an amazing job with the yearbook. But it doesn't just end there. We have such an incredible faculty, from the security and janitors protecting us and joking around with us occasionally, to our counselors telling us we need to stay focused or we won't be graduating, all the way up to our principals. School uniform, safe crocking, lockout, wearing IDs. It all may have seemed inane or unimportant to us, but they've helped not just make us better people, but have helped us improve this school. With my speech almost coming to a close, I would like to take this moment to thank every single faculty member of this school for helping us become who we are today. I think I can speak for my whole class when I say we truly appreciate everything you have done for us. Thank you. Now, looking forward, most of us have no idea what we want to do with our lives. But we do have the confidence that whatever we decide upon, we've had the proper guidance and instruction to accomplish our goals. We no longer have to worry about our high school GPAs or SAT scores. Whether you go to college, enlist in the military, or enter the world of work, South Miami Senior High has prepared us for the world. It's no accident that we're in A school. Class of 2013, I'd like to end this with a very meaningful quote from the wise Aubrey Graham. We started from the bottom, now we're here. We finally graduated, we made it. Thank you.
Delivering the class of 2013 address, senior student Arju Udasto.
Hello, class of 2013. And a quote by Dora the Explorer. We did it! If you haven't seen me without a saxophone, my name is Arju Udasto, and it is an honor to bestow upon you my voice that will be heard in your parents' recordings for many years to come. Okay, now looking back, time has really flown by. Each of us came to the grounds of Cobra Country as tiny, scared individuals, unable to grasp all the information given to us in one single day. With the scary teachers and intimidating seniors, we weren't even sure we could even survive one day. But eventually, we conquered. Each one of us brought something special to this school. Whether it was being in football, cheerleading, badminton, engineering, or even in a magnet program, we have set in stone our mark to this school, and we should all give ourselves a round of applause. We all went through some bumps on the road, or should I say, evolution. Getting used to puberty, passing swag phases, dance style, music taste. Along with meeting many different friends, we learned through time whom to trust and who would remain loyal to us, always standing by our sides through the thick and thin. In general, high school itself serves as a life lesson. Having those dreaded deadlines and study work, as well as developing people skills, and especially the packed hallways. South Miami Senior High can be a very dangerous place. And through our time here in this school, we all made mistakes, had screw-ups, and thought our life stunk. But you know what? We get back up. We are the fierce, the mighty, the lucky, so fresh, so clean, class of 13. We don't need to be babied anymore. Now comes forth a new chapter in our lives. Elle Woods once said, "Today's the first day for the rest of our lives." Should we be scared, not knowing what that light is at the end of the tunnel? No. It's time to take things into our own hands and be that person you've always dreamed of. A quote by Thomas Edison: "If we did all the things we were capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves." In the end, either you'll be the next Taylor Swift or the next Marco Rubio, we will still represent ourselves as the Cobras of South Miami Senior High School. Now, we should all take this opportunity to give special thanks to our families. Without their efforts and support into our studies, we wouldn't be where we are today. And occasionally, in our teenage stupidity, we may think our parents never always gave us the best constructive criticism, but their judgment in making the right decisions was always on point. We should also give thanks to our second family, one that is with us 8 hours a day, 5 days per week, and sometimes even more. It's our friends, teachers, and administrators, especially that family or group we all have, helping us in those sticky situations such as homework projects or relationships. Personally, my little family is watching me over there in that little corner with their instruments, the band. Our similarities and interests we share were the keys that brought us so close together. Maybe a little too close. A few of them even got me involved as assistant director into their YouTube channel, Fig Productions. But anyways, learn to appreciate the people that you have. I guarantee everyone in this room wants nothing more than to see each one of us walk up these steps and receive that diploma that we've been waiting all our lives for. I won't hold you from walking these magical steps anytime longer. I wish you all luck, and in Indonesian, aku cinta kamu. I'll see you all in 10 years. Thank you.
And now for the musical selection finale from the Broadway musical Rent, performed by the graduating seniors from South Miami's chorus, directed by Mr. Brandon E. Mowry.
There is no future, there is no past.
God, this moment's not the last.
There's only us, there's only this. Forget, regret, or life is yours to miss. No other word, no other way, no day but today. I can't find dignity. Will someone Will I waste tomorrow? My own home inside without there's only now, there's only you. Giving to loves or live and feels no other path, no other way, no day but today. 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 No day but
And once again, our principal, Mr. Gilberto Bonce.
Turn on my iPad. Okay. Aristotle wrote, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Nowhere is this more evident than at South Miami Senior High School. Your school is a fabulous school, and you have been phenomenal students that have not only received a wonderful formal education, but you have placed your hearts and souls into the school fully. The beating heart of a school comes from its students and their pride for their school. And South Miami's heart is very healthy thanks to you. 4 years ago, all of you began a journey and a new chapter in your lives as you entered the doors of South Miami Senior High School as new freshman baby Cobras. At first, your journey into Cobra Land was a bit intimidating due to the many new things you saw and heard. You saw a horde of older students walking around with weird crowns on their heads, calling themselves the kings and queens of Cobra Country. They were the seniors. But you guys were not intimidated for very long. You organized yourselves, you became very involved in your school, and you worked tirelessly to earn good grades and to perform well academically and socially. At your first pep rally, you watched in awe as those seniors, juniors, and sophomores seemed organized and full of spirit, while you sat on the bleachers in your section of the gym and you took it all in. Then an evolution took place within this class, the class of 2013. You evolved into a force to be reckoned with. You blossomed into a highly motivated, highly organized class. And slowly but surely, you took over the school spirit and took it to a level never before seen at South Miami. School spirit and Cobra pride is everywhere. Orange and brown is everywhere. And your senior class has shown this more than any other class in recent years, with your incessant cheering and yelling at school functions, and showing off your Cobra awesomeness and Cobrasísimo spirit. How many times did you skip class? To paint a banner for a pep rally, or to practice for a performance, or to go to a game? You did it many times. And you did it because you were proud to be a South Miami Senior High School Cobra. How many crowns of your own did you make this year? I witnessed a huge evolution in the intricate designs and decorations on your crowns this year. This week, new crowns began to pop up around the school. Many of you wore your crowns for the last time yesterday and took the picture with your crown on next to the Cobra in our school lobby. And many of next year's seniors were seen talking to you, seeking your advice on how they should decorate their crowns for next year. The tradition you helped keep alive will continue to live on at South Miami Senior High School. You have had a high school experience like no other. Your boys and girls soccer, volleyball, basketball, softball, baseball, track and field, tennis, swimming, badminton, golf, cross country, and I'm sure there are many others, had many, many victories, including GMAC championships, district championships, regional, and state finalists. Your Cobra football team made it to the district finals. Your boys basketball team made it to the state finals. Each of your athletics teams had excellent seasons. Your cheerleading squad won the National Cheerleading Championship. Your band, your orchestra, your chorus, your charmers and dancers, your artists and photographers, along with the JROTC and the huge number of clubs at South Miami, have won countless awards of distinction and superior ratings within the district and at the state and even national level. The scholars in the class of 2013, when you were faced with a challenge, you didn't just do what we asked. You hit the ball out of the park. Not because you had to, but because you wanted to. You wanted your school to be looked upon as one of the best, and thanks to you, we are. This class had more students pass the FCAT the first time around than any other class before or since. And largely because of your efforts, South Miami Senior High School has finally been rated an A school. Your senior class has earned more money in scholarships than any school in recent history, totaling not $1 or $2 million. That we could even consider as chump change. Your senior class has earned more than $4.25 million in scholarships. With over $500,000 awarded in Bright Future scholarships, 4 students, Christopher DuPont, or 5 students, Christopher DuPont, Renee Diaz, Christian Crespo, Paul Perenza, and Giselle Gutierrez each earned more than $250,000 in scholarships. And approximately 400 students have been accepted into colleges and universities locally and across the country, several of which are Ivy League schools, and many of you will be attending this very university. Several members of this graduating class will be serving our great country in military service. These fine young men and women know that freedom is not free, and I, on behalf of South Miami Senior High and your fellow classmates, thank you for your future service to the United States of America. There will be Cobra alumni all over the United States and throughout the world. This senior class has had a great deal to be proud of, and so do your teachers and parents. You have met every challenge placed before you, and you surpassed all of our expectations. Today is what you've been working towards since you were little 4- and 5-year-old children in kindergarten. This is a huge milestone in your lives. After high school, what will you do? Where will you go? What will you wear? Not a uniform, right? I hope not. And you can walk around without safe crocking. Watch, all of you are going to go on Monday to pick up your actual diplomas in Crocs. No matter what you choose to or decide to do, don't stop with a diploma from South Miami Senior High. Continue your education. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. So go out and change your world. I know you have some wonderful dreams and goals, and my hope is that you chase those dreams and that they come true for you. Walt Disney said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Pursue your dreams. Don't take them to the grave. It is better to have fallen short than never to have tried at all. But more important than that, enjoy and embrace life each and every day. Slow down a bit and think about yourself. Think about your families, think about your friends, and think about your place in this society. I've watched you work hard to earn your 24 credits, to pass that freaking FCAT. And I have watched you apply to colleges and for scholarships, but I have also watched you play hard, attending the many games, performances, and at all of your senior events, homecoming, senior breakfast, grad bash, prom, and today, your graduation. Take a moment, look around. Look around at all the people that are here today, your families, your friends, and your teachers, all of them here to celebrate your graduation from South Miami Senior High. By the way, today is a perfect day to ask them for money. South Miami Senior High School alma mater, our hope and pride, a school will always stand by. Through passing years, through challenges, changes, pleasures, and tears. As one and all, a mighty spirit standing tall, we will cherish you, honor, and be true to South Miami High. You are our hope and pride. You have faced and will face many challenges, changes, pleasures, and tears in your life. And you are a mighty spirit standing tall. And your school cherishes and honors you, because you will always be Cobras, a South Miami Senior High School Cobra. Aspire to do things that are right, just, and fair, even if they are the hard thing to do. You'll be better for it, and it builds character. What you do when no one is watching matters. Do the right thing. Find employment that excites you for reasons beyond salary. Happiness is much more important than money, although money helps. Make conservative decisions about debt. Avoid all those credit card offers you're going to be receiving in the mail. You will be very successful in life. Don't toot your horn too loudly. It may backfire on you. Strive to be honest, live with integrity, be humble, courageous, and follow your dreams. So to my seniors, your journey through South Miami Senior High has reached its final destination. And in the words of my favorite author, Dr. Seuss, in his book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Today, your crowns have been replaced by caps and gowns, and you are more than prepared for your next stage in your very successful lives. You have made us all very proud of you. I am very proud and humbled to have served you as your principal during your time at South Miami. Congratulations. And let's begin what we came here for today, your graduation.
going to take them from you on this side. That's that mic.
This is my, okay. It's one mic, right?
Arju Yudasto.
Christian Felipe.
Samantha Benitez.
Ray Santa Maria.
Daisy Lopez.
Leila Collazo.
Elizabeth Martinez.
Claudia de Varona.
Kiyomi Pimentel.
Maria Garcia.
Paola Bonilla.
Amanda Hesto.
Jennifer Valdez.
Samantha Iglesias.
Monica Respeto.
Zoe Acosta.
Veronica Burns.
Jonathan Cisneros.
Michael Marrero.
Miriam Martinez.
Jonathan Ramirez.
Amanda Rijo.
Jexenia Valdez.
Diana Wilson.
Joyce Artegas.
Ashley Bedoya.
Brandon Cardoza.
Renee Diaz.
Lillian Gracia.
Giselle Gutierrez.
Susana Herrera.
Natalie Yosas.
Jose Lopez.
Danielle Main.
Betty Peng.
Jessica Perez.
Elsie Quintana.
Dawson Rivas.
Astrid Sanchez.
Jesse Torres.
Vanessa Vandamas.
Jessica Verona.
Karina Aguilar.
Mildred Alfonso.
Tiffany Aller.
Liliana Alonso.
Betsy Alvarez.
Casey Capote.
Amanda Collazo. Tabitha Espinosa.
Armando Fernandez.
Andrés Galindo. Adriana Garcia.
Kevin Hewitt.
Ariel Medina.
Armani Medina.
Jean Marquez.
Williams Monier. Athena Papagiorgio.
Jonathan Perez. Ariadne Ponce.
Maybes Regal.
Adriana Rijos.
Yosvani Dalmau.
Brian Diaz.
Marianne Gonzalez.
Mariela Gonzalez.
Nicole Gutierrez.
Devin Howell. Armando Lozano.
David Martinez.
Jonathan Morales.
Daniel Perez.
Joseph Rivero. Brandon Sanchez.
Julia Satterfield.
Brian Solano.
Marilyn Carrera.
Yesenia Morales.
Talia Utrera.
Miguel Valles.
Daniel Vargas. Eric Mason.
James Roy Roque.
Jesse Marzoa.
Annabelle Pardo.
Lauren Greenfield.
Janet Lopez.
Cassandra Manzano.
Jordan Johnson.
Jacoby Johnson.
Joshua Harrell.
David Rivero.
Alejandro Nieto.
George Hernandez.
Yalian Castro.
Jason Gonzalez.
Raúl Blanco.
Carlicia Armstead.
Raymond Macias.
Patricio Acevedo.
Joel Acosta.
Laura Alvarez.
Vanessa Alcalde.
Giancarlo Avila.
Patricia Aboanza.
William Alvarez.
Jacqueline Alvarado.
Daryl Arauz.
Christopher Ayala.
Adolfo Aviles.
Janice Alvarez.
Natalie Asabal.
Lauren Gutierrez.
Ashley Alvarez.
Victoria Amador.
Melissa Ayerdis.
Alexis Abreu.
Alan Stark.
Ray Baladares.
Ketrick Bartley.
Tony Brown.
Catherine Joyce.
Mauricio Acosta.
Alexi Ojito.
Jeremy Betancourt.
Mario Batres.
Lisbeth Baez.
Laura Bravo.
Mariana Bermijo.
Stephen Brizuela.
Roxana Basallo.
Stephanie Vanegas.
Sebastian Carreras.
Harold Casco.
Joshua Carmona.
Pedro Collado.
Joel Castillo.
Yvette Cabrera.
Samuel Cabrera.
Estefanía Castillo.
Daniela Carames.
Alexandra Carrera.
Jordani Chorebrech.
Jerlyn Cienfuegos.
Alexander Caicedo.
Rosemary Campos.
Alyssa McMasters.
Rosemary Chavez.
Mariana Chacón.
Talia Canovas.
Lisa Chacón. Jimmy Chavez.
John Craddock. Hosen Cheng.
Christian Crespo. Catherine Canizales.
Keely Stopper Soderberg.
Sophia Cruz.
Gretchen Vega. Manuel Calvino.
Henry Cernada.
Julio César Corrales.
Jose Carpio.
Milton Carrión.
Eduardo Cabezas.
María Cardosa.
Maria Chambi.
Amanda Cordero.
George Calderín.
Lilian Contreras.
Alejandro Candel.
José Canosa.
Iliani Diaz.
Nicole Dominguez.
Natalie Dominguez.
Vanessa Dopico.
Beatrice De Laus.
Anthony Del Pino.
Daniela Diaz.
Dennis Diaz.
Matthew de la Vega.
Gabriela Dominguez.
Ricardo de Armas.
Hugo Duarte.
Michelle Danger.
Christopher DuPont.
Rosa Igueño.
Joseph Esteves.
Ashton Evans.
Juan Centurión.
Victor Chirinos.
Eric Evans. Damian Fornes.
Ricardo Flores.
Michael Fowler.
Juan Fuentes.
Luis Fuentes.
Roilán Fernández.
Kevin Flores.
Daniel Fernandez.
Ana Mari Guerra.
Iliaín González.
Yudami González. Javier Govea.
Luis Gazán.
Austin González.
Justin Herrera.
Maddie Harrell.
Luis Hernandez.
Mariah Hardy.
Jordan Josue.
Matthew Hampton.
Anielette Hernandez.
Lord Jones.
Marcus Johnson.
Lorraine Jacomino.
Chris Jimenez.
Christian Jimenez.
Christopher Jimenez.
Genesis Ibarra.
Ciandra Sermon.
Juan Granado.
Leonardo Guardado.
Daniel León.
George Mesquida.
Argelio Malagón.
Angel Sierra.
Anthony Oliva.
Kevin Polo.
Paul Proenza.
Giovanni Rodriguez.
Alejandra Morato.
Rolando Santana.
Leslie Lescano.
Alyssa Velasquez.
Brian Mejia.
Jessica Lechuga.
Nicole Lenz.
Hector Limas.
Irma León.
Lesis Lopez.
Adrián McDonald.
Liz Lopez.
Karina Ramos.
Zuleidis Ruiz.
Samuel Linares.
Kimberly Malespin.
Jessica Martin.
Diana Morales.
Cassandra Morales.
Luis Lobo.
Luis Lanzas.
Idianis Reyes.
Alexander Martin.
Lázaro Marquez.
Mayela Moreno.
Irmaris Menendez.
Justin Marrero.
Hilka Martinez.
Victor Morales.
Miguel Menendez.
Mario Miranda.
Adalberto Mesa.
Aleida Mendoza.
Erica Matillo.
Suzette Mederos.
Gina Mazzola.
Brandon Ocampo.
Viviana Ortiz.
Eliani Morejón.
Christian Mendoza.
Alec Horta.
Yaniel Morillo.
Jacqueline Merino.
Meiling Morcada.
Juan Perez.
Corey Moss.
Samuel Mesa.
Joshua Mesa.
Jasmine Mesa.
David Pond.
Juan Perez.
George Pino.
Jacqueline Perez.
Angel Pichel.
Angel Perez.
Kathleen Perez.
George Perez Lehem.
Stephanie Puertas.
Melissa Perez.
Eduardo Pereira.
Lázaro Perez.
Jeffrey Obando.
Christopher Morales.
Yamil Quintana.
Yolaidis Quintana.
Camila Páez.
Lisette Peña.
Lauren Pamploma.
Mariela Perez.
Ilianis Posada.
Laura Palmero.
George Patino.
Jonathan Palenzuela.
Ryder Perraza,
Juan Pendas,
Julio Perez,
Zelaida Rodriguez,
Lien Ruiz,
Cynthia Rivas,
Kayla Rodriguez,
Lilian Rodriguez,
Roy Rodriguez,
Alejandro Ruiz,
Samuel Rodriguez,
Luis Rodriguez,
Jimmy Rodriguez,
Gonzalo Rodriguez,
Danny Rizel,
Vicente Perez,
Carlos Piña,
George Rodriguez,
Angelica Rodriguez,
Josette Romero,
Lucia Rodriguez,
Kimberly Romano,
Alexis Rosales,
Jesser Rodriguez,
Natalie Robinson,
Freddie Rojas,
Nicole Rebollar,
Christian Raza,
Joanna Rivas,
Orlando Reyes,
Raúl Saravia,
Josiah Chevelli,
Alexis Sanchez,
Dario Salazar,
Ilianet Simeón,
Carolyn Suarez,
Ignacio Sosa,
Luis Sendoya,
Rigoberto Somoano,
Víctor Solorzano,
Joana Socarras,
Ricardo Salazar,
Maria Rodriguez,
Robin Reyes,
Orlando Saavedra,
Joshua Shear,
Ernesto Tapia,
Alfonsina Trejos,
Chiquili Toomer,
Zenaida Toledo,
Jency Salgado,
and Travius Simmons,
Justin Shepard,
Lianexi Sexto,
Charles Simmons,
Suzette Rodriguez,
Sabrina Vidal,
Adriana Vasquez,
Sabrina Williams,
Catherine Reyes,
George Ramirez,
Jerry Williams,
Yelena Velasquez,
Claudia Vasquez,
Yanelis Valdez,
Sebastian Villa,
Amy Oscanga,
Ryan Houston,
Ilianelis Toledano,
Zuliani Ugalde,
Abel Ramirez,
Patria Gennaro,
Leticia Celaya,
Manuel Zamora,
Angel Zapata, Dayaneris Sosa,
Juan Carlos Zamorano,
Julio Balsalo,
Al E. Vides,
Josué Vasquez,
George Vega,
Giselle Velasquez,
Natalie Garcia,
Eileen Garcia,
Jenny Garcia,
Christopher Garcia,
Michael Gonzalez,
Matthew Galvez,
Edwin Ferrer,
Yanai Fernandez.
Eileen Fortunato,
Kevin Esteban.
Julian Diaz,
Dave De Lima.
Alejandro Rodriguez,
Christian Hernandez.
María Camila Gallego,
Valerie Gomez.
Ashley Gutierrez,
Roberta Guevara.
Amanda González,
Felix Gonzalez.
Osvaldo Gutierrez,
Jose Gonzalez.
Laís Barbie González,
Michael Gomez Cortez.
Jenny Fernandez,
William Gross.
Janay Huerta,
Daniel Hames.
Cassandra Hernandez,
Unier Hector.
Jose Hernandez,
Natalie Hernandez.
Samuel Gra,
Wendy Gill.
Adriana González,
Marja Galan.
Janela Garcia,
Will the graduates please stand? Take your tassel and turn it from the right side of the mortarboard to the left side. And now, as principal of South Miami Senior High School, I certify that these seniors have met all of the requirements set forth by Miami-Dade County Public School System and the state of Florida for graduation. By the authority vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2013 to be graduates of South Miami Senior High School. Congratulations!
Please join the South Miami's Wind Ensemble as first-time alumni of South Miami Senior High School in our alma mater.
What are we going? boy.